What's up, everyone? How are you doing? I hope I'm not too late. I had a long day at work. Today, we're going to talk about the Commander Masters spoilers, go over them, and have our thoughts about the future. If you want to see Commander Masters get opened, I'm going to do a lot of collector box openings, probably maybe the Commander decks too. And around here, we buy a bunch of reserve list cards. I buy serialized cards from people. If that's something you're interested in, I give good prices, but who cares about all that crap? Like and subscribe if you want to see some Commander Masters get opened in the future. But other than that, let's get right to it. The first thing that stands out to me is Deadly Rollick. The reason why that stands out to me is if Deadly Rollick is in here, I would be hard pressed to think that Fierce Guardianship is not on here. It would be almost stupid to not have Fierce Guardianship in here with along Deadly Rollick. So look out for Fierce Guardianship. I'm gonna be I'm gonna look kind of silly if I scroll down and it's there already. But Fierce Guardianship, Urza. This is sort of the frame border kind of thing where these are going to be what the textured foils look like, because there's the textured foil, with the exception of the Jeweled Lotus. There's the Dragon, there was the Selvala, and I think there was one more revealed. But this looks to be what the textured foiled cards are going to look like as far as creatures go. It might all be creatures, but I think there's an exception with Jeweled Lotus because they couldn't not do a fancy version of Jeweled Lotus. That would just be blasphemous. Other good cards is uncommons. I don't know if this card is worth anything. I don't really see it get much CEDH play. Spellseeker and Land Tax were cards that are climbing up there in expenses. Last time I looked, Spellseeker was a rather expensive card. Let me look up how it might have dropped with the news. Spellseeker. So the Spellseeker from Battle Bond is 1870. So that's a decent reprint. At Mythic is kind of a rip. And how much is Land Tax? Okay, well, Land Tax from the list is, that doesn't count because they scout. Oh man, yeah, that's kind of funny. We didn't know it got spoiled. Anyway, yeah, $30. That's a decent reprint. On top of that, Kozilek. I don't know how much this needed a reprint. Did it actually need a reprint? Not really. No, it's $10. You know, it's $10. I didn't really need one. Arcane signets in it. Command Tower. The medallions. Let's just see how much. Because I think these actually did have a decent price point. Was the medallion series. This one's decent, $20. So if they're all about, like, let's just say the cheaper one is 15. I'm not gonna look them all up. Bro, they have basic lands in this. This set's gonna be fire. And then, of course, we have everything we saw already. So I'm real excited to see the rest. I feel like these, we started off with a banger. These cards, this little lot we got here was incredible. I'd be hard pressed to think that this is as good as it gets, because these are really good reprints, very needed, expensive, multiple hundreds, like $100 card, and then brand new powerful commanders, Selvala and Personal Tutor, which needed a reprint. So I'd be hard pressed. This is sort of a mid reveal, with the exception of Deadly Rollick, and they're letting us know that Urza, Lord High Artificer, is going to get a textured. So that's pretty cool. So just be on the lookout for Fierce Guardianship. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. Cards I think are going to be in it. Demonic Tutor has to be in it. Mana Crypt's not in it. It's not really Commander Masters, in my opinion. If there's no Mana Crypt, that would be stupid. If there's no Mana Crypt, that would actually trigger me. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed off if Mana Crypt's not in here. It's fucking almost $375 for a fucking set box. There better be fucking Mana Crypt in it. Jesus. But other than that, maybe enlighten me. Are any of these cards bigger reprint deals than I'm giving them credit for? I don't know every single card price off the top of my head. And I know Deadly Rollick needed a reprint, and I'm very excited for when they reveal Fierce Guardianship, and I hope Fierce Guardianship gets a textured foil, because that'll be a very expensive card. I love when cards are expensive. It just, even if I don't own them, I don't know why it's cool. Because I feel like it would make Magic into the limelight. You know, that's how you get people with money into Magic, is Magic has money already. And it brings more money, snowball, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm all for things like textured foils being expensive. I like when the game is relatively cheap. I don't want the game to be dirt poor. You know, like cents for cards, that would suck. And people stop buying boxes. But I love when chase cards are expensive. Like mega expensive. Chase cards being expensive feels really good. But let me know what you think about these cards being released. I am not too impressed. The medallion set at Rare is pretty cool. You know, a $20 rare in a pack. Can't really complain too hard about that. Looking very much forward to this little brick, and I hope that this was not the best. But I'd be hard pressed to think maybe Jeweled Lotus and Capture of Jing Zhao. It's very interesting to think at what this card will end up as, because the 3 portal copy was like $300 to my knowledge. Let me know if I'm wrong. But Temporal Manipulation and the other one, Time Warp, are like $20. So will that drop Capture all the way down to 20? I don't think so, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments what cards you want to see, and hopefully we'll see them. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I'm not too late.